Hi guys, I'm here today with my buddy Brian. We're going to put on a new exhaust. I'll tell you what, I actually liked the exhaust sound on this bike originally, and one of my neighbors was telling me it didn't sound very manly, but then my buddy Brian said,
Well, it goes with a skirt, Dan. You've got a pussy on the bike.
"You hear that?" He says, "I got a pussy on my bike." Well, that was enough. Actually, you said I was a
Fucking pussy.
fucking pussy. Now, no biker's going to put up with that. So today I'm going to put on an Aero exhaust. First, we're going to listen to it, and Brian's going to be the judge, whether I'm a pussy or not anymore. So this is a big day for us. So we'll first start out, and we'll have the camera in the same position, and we'll listen to it stock. Then I'll put the Aero exhaust on it, and Brian will decide if I'm still a pussy or not.
Okay, let's go.
And we'll let you listen to it. I wanted to go for a ride on the road, but I don't got permission.
And the wife are killing me if he, well,
Okay, all right, that'd be the truth. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this on. But first, let's listen to it. I'll do 2,000. I'll do idle at 2,000, 4,000, and I'll rev it to 8,000 and see how it sounds. And Brian will determine what it sounds like.
still a pussy.
You heard it here, folks. What is it, Brian?
Pussy whipped.
Pussy whipped. That's even worse than a pussy exhaust. We're doing something about it right now. Hey, it's the next day after we did our recording on the Africa Twin. While we were installing our Aero exhaust, we had a massive rainstorm and it stayed raining. So this is the next day. I'm here with my buddy Brian. Notice we got our Tilly hats on. In our place here, there's three amigos.
Because it's bloody hot.
And it's bloody hot. See how I'm sweating? Firstly, I'm bloody fat, so that doesn't help much. Also, I got my motorcycle gear on the bottom half of me. Show you a little bit about Brian. Brian has his own scooter, and he's done some modifications to it himself, or I did with him. He's got an air horn on that sucker. Give her hell, Brian. But if you notice these scuffs on here, so Brian, how did you get those scuffs on the back of your thing?
Oh, just giving it too much max and flipped the wheelie, and because it ain't got a sissy bar, it just flipped over.
So Brian pops wheelies on this thing, and it just shows you he's a certified hoon, so he certainly fits in with this crowd here. As we were putting on the install yesterday, it went on real easy. I'll go through some of the stuff I don't like and some of the stuff that both Brian and myself are worried about. But the most important thing, let's have a listen to it.
Yeah, we'll see if you've grown up a bit and you've got out your diapers.
So he wants to know if I'm out of my diapers now. What do you think compared to the last muffler on that thing?
Well, you've grown some, you know what I mean, and some hair.
I've grown some balls and some hair, or what?
Yeah, you might have a set of them now.
There we go. So Brian says I got a set of them now. So it sounds better. I can hear it popping, so it's running lean. I'll need to take it to a dyno. I figured that we've got a lot more airflow on it. So that popping there would make it run lean. There's a dyno in Hoi Hin, which is about 30 kilometers up the road, so I'll go get it up there and dyno it and see if we can get that pop out of it. Also, I'll take off the pollution controls and get another 15 horsepower out of it. All right, now I'll show you some modifications or some of the things that we didn't like about it on the next part of this clip. All right, so look, one thing I do like, and I think Brian both would like that, it looks really nice on this bike. It's got that black matches my flat black, so the bike looks a lot better. Brian says I sound less of a pussy now, and he's given his approval on the sound. One of the things neither one of us liked was it just has a straight screw connection, no grommet, and I would have expected that. So if any of you guys have put that on your bikes and found that a problem, let me know. Also, my Loctite dried up, so I need to get Loctite on there. Also, one of the things they did have was all the proper torque settings that Honda has in the manual here, but the torque setting on that one would only be 4.5 Newton meters, and that's not enough, so I torqued that up to 10 Newton meters. But I'm used to having a grommet on there. Brian's the same. Brian was a long-time biker, and that's the one thing I'd like to know if you guys have seen any issues with it. Well, with that, just got done taking it out for a test ride with the new Aero slip-ons. Definitely makes a marked improvement in the sound. It needs to be remapped. It's running quite lean. I wouldn't have expected it on a slip-on. I thought on a full exhaust system it would be, but it's backfiring quite a bit. It needs to be remapped. Shouldn't be a problem. I wanted to take it into a dyno anyway. I understand that you could probably get this up to the magic 100 horsepower if you do your work right on a dyno, so I'm hoping for that. Needless to say, I like them. It looks great. And Brian says I don't sound like a full-time pussy anymore, just a part-time. So that's all I can ask